WWE 2K22 has had a decent amount of hype this last week between the leaks and the trailer. But to actually find out about some of the bigger reveals, you gotta do a little more digging. So I pulled up a bunch of stuff from friends of mine within the community, and all of them hold new pieces of information about WWE 2K22. So right now, I'm going to compile all of that information into one concise video. You're welcome. Transition. So for the sake of argument, let's see what we learn if we play all of them at once.
To be honest,
Got a lot of you
I
guys
was
probably
pleasantly surprised. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, this isn't a full-on breakdown video.
So I want to know what Brandon thinks about how the game functions itself, because that's very important to me. Let's listen.
And I went in with an open mind, but also very little expectations.
As he should.
I spent most of my time in MyGm and regular matches. I really wanted to figure out how the new controls worked. I wanted to feel the gameplay, and I was really interested about MyGm, so most of my time went there. Now, before we talk about my first impressions with MyGm, I want to talk about the controls and the gameplay.
Let's find about the controls and the gameplay.
I wasn't really sure if I was gonna like the controls.
He wasn't really sure if he was gonna like the controls.
Once I started getting a little more comfortable with the controls, I was able to put on some cool sequences and spots with the CPU, and the combos that they added actually make the sequences and spots kind of flow really nicely. But let me tell you, dude, this is hands down the best a WWE game has ever looked, and I can say that with confidence. I cannot get over how good the entrances look in this game.
That I believe. I believe that it's going to be like visually really good looking. I believe that. I believe that, especially on like PS5 and stuff. So from what Brandon's saying, the control scheme and the combos and stuff makes it feel, you know, really new and fresh, which is good. I just hope the controls, you know, make sense and flow well, because they said last time that it was a remapped control scheme. Need I say more? But so far, so good. Macho TS say 10 new details and things to know. Co-op, MyGm, Spectator, universe feature, and more. This is stuff that I wouldn't know about had I not, like, went out and looked for it.
We got 10 awesome new details and things to talk about, such as is there a co-op GN mode, community creation is for all platforms, more incredible features that we haven't seen
cross-platform community creations, and
a big addition to MyGN mode, and also
co-op
universe mode. So we got a lot to talk about.
So that's one I was worried about. Yeah, subscribe to Macho. That's my boy. That's what I was worried about. When I saw the MyGm thing, I was like, okay, this looks cool, but you can probably only play against the CPU. And they said, no. It's online co-op and couch co-op. So you can play with somebody next to you, or you can play with somebody online. That's pretty big. That's pretty effing major to me. So as long as that online is stable, let's keep listening.
And it looks like this so far, with only 6 superstars. I guess you could consider this to be the first official 6 superstars confirmed for the game, alongside the overall ratings.
You got NWO Hogan at 92?
With the WWE 2K22 Supercharger, the biggest legends in the WWE universe are in your hands. Unlock all WWE legends available at launch, including the Ultimate Warrior and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Also get access to arenas like SummerSlam 88 and WCW.
See, I'm a little old school like that. I like when games have like unlockables, as in like you have to play through X to unlock this guy or this attire or this whatever. But like all these superchargers and stuff exist now, and accelerators and whatnot, so you can just like buy it and go through it, which like I get it. But I don't know, I like unlocking stuff. That's just a side note.
There's still a lot to learn when it comes to MyFaction.
Oh, is this what the cards are gonna look like?
But the WWE 2K website gave us a glimpse on how the cards will be looking. This is obviously a first for the game. MyFaction let you build a faction that rivals the NWO or anybody else's faction, and you collect, manage, and upgrade WWE superstars with weekly events and regular updates. Based on all the screenshots that we got to see today being revealed from different medias, and also the trailer, you could kind of see that a lot of the superstars, and I'm wondering if all of them will be having 2 attires each. We got to see superstars like Shayna Baszler,
probably not everybody,
Nakamura, and so on,
but maybe more so than usual.
Attires. Big one was already revealed during one of the interviews, as Lionel Jinx ended up indicating that yes, you will be able to obviously control universe mode the way that you want to, but if you also want, you could pick a single superstar like Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, AJ Styles, Roman Reigns, whoever you want, and you could experience them in different storyline and in universe mode, but you only experience whatever they are doing. You don't worry about anything else. And this is pretty cool.
So superstar mode in universe mode. So like you track someone through universe mode for like, I don't know, a year or something.
Spectator mode will be part of MyGm mode, but there's something huge for it that I'm really excited
mode
for.
In MyGm.
And that is that you could basically be Kevin Dunn, and while you're spectating a match, it's not gonna be like the previous games where you just sit there and spectate it. You can actually switch between different camera angles while the match is going on. So it is like a live highlight reel.
That's
if
really
you play
cool.
NBA 2K, then this is basically what they go for.
I honestly would
really
love to see just a general like camera option for your regular matches and stuff. But I'll take spectating at this point. Okay, hold up. Now Macho T's got 5 more new details and things revealed. DLC info, no restrictions, MyRise options, and more. What you got from me, T? What you got from me?
Let's get right into it. And starting off with some information for the WWE 2K22 showcase, which will be highlighting the career of the cover star Rey Mysterio. And 4 new matches have already been announced for it, confirming not just some superstars that Rey Mysterio faced off against, but also arenas during this particular time that Rey Mysterio faced those opponents.
Matches and arenas.
First off, we got Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero at WrestleMania 21.
Nice.
This was the matchup that kicked off that amazing feud between Rey and Eddie, leading into that custody of Dominic match at SummerSlam. That SummerSlam matchup hasn't been confirmed yet. It's likely that we might just get a highlight package for it, as Rey Mysterio didn't confirm it during the press conference. He then went on to confirm his matchup against Shawn Michaels, which happened on the Monday Night Raw Eddie Guerrero tribute show. So that Raw 2005 arena will be there. Rey also confirmed his World Heavyweight Championship match against The Undertaker in the Royal Rumble 2010. And last but not least, according to the SmackDown Hotel, the Amazon listing for the game confirms the 2006 Royal Rumble match, which obviously is very interesting because that Royal Rumble match has a lot of superstars, a lot of legends that have not been in WWE games in forever, including that controversial one that shall not be named here. But based on how 2K has handled,
can't think of his name.
Something that I am very excited for. They hinted previously of the fact that we are going to be getting a lot more freedom in the gameplay. Well, now we got a bit of extra details on that gameplay freedom. In his video of his first impression of WWE 2K22, as Phoenix Nitro alongside Brandon Does Everything and Simply Better, they got to try the game a bit early. And one takeaway that Phoenix Nitro indicated was that there is no restrictions on the tables and the ladders. So you are able to place them wherever it is that you want.
That's huge.
If you zoom in on Seth Rollins breaking the table, you can see that that is a brand new type of animation for the table itself breaking apart, and the way that it looks once it's completely broken. And for the chair, the more you swing it, the more that is gonna look like it's damaged. That's why when we got to see Bobby Lashley hitting Biggie with it in the trailer, by the end of it, that chair looked completely different. It was already bent, and it looked like it did went through Biggie's back. We got some details in regards to the DLC that continues to come out. No specifics yet on the packs that we will be getting, but the Xbox store did explain that we will be having 5 different DLC packs,
content,
and they will consist of WWE Superstars and Legends. There was no mention of 2K Originals, so if you guys were wondering about that, at least for right now, it doesn't seem like that is making a return.
I don't think 2K Originals is
a lot
going
of
to
the
be
older
back.
pack to make a
Which
return.
is,
Like,
hey, let me say, it's unfortunate because the concept was cool. Just the execution somewhere along the line fell a little short. But again, good idea in the grand scheme, just not in the, you know what I'm saying.
Fame DLC pack and a couple of new Superstars DLC featuring obviously guys from NXT and NXT UK. But the big thing that caught my attention when it came to DLC was the fact that it indicates that all of the DLC will be out by the month of August 2022, which means that every single month after the release of the game, we are going to be getting a DLC pack. And to me, that sounds really good. Obviously, I'm hoping that they continue to support the game after after that, but that is a good starting base so far. Let me know
Don't get
down
your
in the
hopes up.
comments below which superstars you guys would like to see
Okay,
as DLC.
that's pretty dope, though.
And last but not least, we are discussing a couple of details revealed for MyRise. Doing
why'd
an
they
interview
change
with
the name
Brian
of it?
Mystique, WWE 2K22 developer Lionel Jinx indicated a couple of choices that we will be having for the MyRise mode, making this mode a bit different than the traditional My Career that we have got.
Okay,
it was
hit me with it.
indicated that you will have a lot of choices, even on dialogue, because it seems like MyRise is going to be a mixture of cutscenes, but also text on the screen, and we will be able to decide what to reply to certain superstars and certain interactions that we have. So we could act as a babyface or as a heel depending on the choices that we make. We get to choose which titles we get to challenge for, but also you're able to switch whichever brand you are in if you're not really liking how that is going. So if you're not liking the storylines or how they're booking you,
Can
every
you
single
request
week,
your
you can
release
request
altogether?
to be, I guess, quote unquote, traded,
Is that
or
in the
just
game?
switch over to the other
And like your
brand.
character
So
gets
a lot of
deleted
these
from your
choices
save
will
file?
lead
That'd
you
be
to different
that'd be
paths.
incredible.
But MyRise will be 50 hours long between both
Whoa.
the male and the female stories,
say
because
50
they're
hours?
separate and they are going to be having their own type of storylines. So that is what I got for you guys
50
on
hours?
this video. If you want more details that you might not know about, make sure to check out
you got more
previous
stuff,
video
Macho?
and also
I was gonna watch other videos. I might not have the time here. Macho, what are you doing?
we are back with
Where
more
you get all this?
WWE 2K22 because every day it feels like we are learning something new. On this video, we're going to cover the latest batch of news and new details pertaining to gameplay changes, creation, MyRise, GN mode, and more. Hit
See,
those
Macho
notifications
smarter than
to
me.
always be
He
up
made
to
individual
date.
videos out of
Let's
each
get
one. I'm just putting them all in one video like a dumbass.
Out of
Whatever.
everything, one thing I
Whatever.
want to point out is that the official roster reveal and ratings reveal is officially on the way. I am not too sure how often they're going to be
That I did
revealing
see. They
this.
started
First
posting that on
off,
Twitter,
we
I
got
think.
Bobby Lashley at a 91 overall, and if they keep going like this, we might have to get multiple reveals a day, and obviously I'll keep you guys up to date. And starting off with
As
something
will
that
I.
am very curious about, in the interview with Vive, it was confirmed that there will be virtual crowd boards.
Virtual
Obviously,
crowd
we have not
boards.
seen
I
one of
probably
them
won't use it,
since
though,
They mentioned the
'cause it's
virtual
like, I
crowd
don't know.
boards.
But it's
Go
cool that's
ahead
in
and
there.
let me know you guys' thoughts on this. We got a lot of new details in regards to gameplay. We know that Visual Concepts is looking to do a big overhaul on the gameplay side of things for WWE 2K22.
That
And
we have
although we
heard.
haven't seen it yet or experienced it, there has been some new information revealed from the Operation Sports interview. It was confirmed that there are no limits to reversals this year, which is something that we got to notice on the hit list trailer, but there was no confirmation on it.
Reversal
There's also
limits
the
are
new
gone,
block
thank
and dodge mechanic,
God.
in which the change is being made because it will make matches more competitive and it will run better, as your focus won't just be to drain the opponent's reversals. I'm obviously interested to see how this is going to play out in online, especially the next thing that we're going to talk about, and that is the pin kick-out system.
Ooh.
Because it has been changed to being a bit similar than what it was back in the day, and that is to a button smashing minigame. Based on what was explained though,
It's
it's
like kick
not
out now.
just going to be you smashing buttons like crazy. Instead, it feels like
That's like
it
kick out
will
now.
be more in line to what
Wait,
a
wait.
comeback might be.
I'm okay with that. Wait, what?
As I said though, the biggest up a couple of times, you press the buttons that the screen tells you to, and if you messed up a couple of times, you basically
Oh,
fail.
so
there's going to be a bit of
it
skill
might-
to
it's not
As I
just
said, though,
mashing,
the
it's
biggest
like
concern here is in
hit
regards
specific
to
buttons
online.
type of
I'm
thing.
not too sure how good this is gonna work out. Especially in regards to MyRise,
What we
of
got?
course, we already know that we are able to play as male or female characters. But something that was explained was that the first thing that you get to do when you do happen to MyRise is that you get to pick your background before joining the WWE.
Ooh.
And they have some pretty interesting options that are going to affect your character's interactions and choices and
Background
so on within
options.
MyRise. Some of the options they discussed
YouTuber.
was
That
being
one?
a Hollywood movie star
Oh, there you
coming
go.
into the WWE,
Uh-huh.
or are you an MMA player, or maybe a football player?
Ah.
Maybe you're coming from the indie scenes and so on.
I like that,
What
I like
type
that.
of character will you be to define who you are at the beginning and then develop
That's
from
pretty
there
True.
on. And we just touched on the topic of creation. We already know a lot of exciting things about it, such as it being cross-platform, including with PC.
Hell yeah.
We still got a lot more information to learn about creation.
Sure.
And hopefully we get a full reveal for it very soon. But for now, we do got some new info that continue to come out.
What you got, Mike?
They revealed that they have added personas, which certainly feels a bit similar to what we just discussed, of you picking what define your characters. These personas will be your starting point, and then after that, you are able to make your wrestler whatever it is that you want
kind of
to.
just like a
the coolest update,
like their
though,
class
is
type thing?
probably the fact that you are able to upload custom images for the characters select screen. So of course, if you download a CM Punk, or if you create a CM Punk, you could upload a custom image, a custom render of CM Punk, so that when you see him in the selection screen, when you see him in MyGm mode and universe mode and so on, he looks in line with everybody else. Because remember, this year they are going back to
That's huge, being able to do that. Oh, I hated how out of place that would look when you had like a CAW next to real renders.
GN mode. It was explained that you have the option to play GN mode for 15, 25, or 50 weeks. During all those weeks, you will have different goals to aim for and that you will need to complete. And of course, you're able to just watch or play the matches that you set up.
So is it limited to just 1 year? 50 weeks? 52 weeks?
Like that, there is an end goal, and if you're competing with someone, it's just gonna make things more intense as you get closer to the end and try to get the victory.
Sure.
Try to get the best ratings and the best show. There's a lot more in regards to GN mode, and I'm actually going to do an overview and basically everything that you need to know about the mode and that we have learned so far. So make sure to look out for that video and have those notifications turned on. For now, that is the latest batch of
Maj is killing it. He's killing it. That's a lot of stuff. And I still gotta watch Dalton and Aaron's videos. Who's got the time? Who has the time? So that's a lot of new little pieces of information about WWE 2K22, all from my homies around here. Make sure you subscribe to Brandon and Dalton and Aaron and Macho T and Impulse and New Legacy and Tony Pizza and Murphs and everybody, because this year this community is gonna eat good. You know what more features and more options and more lengthy things means? More content. So as long as it's good, you're gonna see some crazy you-know-what from your boys this year. It's gonna be sick. Make sure you guys are subscribed for much more WWE 2K22 information as we lead towards that. Content when the games come out. You know I got that MyRise. You already know. I came out of the digital world. Now I gotta go back in the digital world, but just for a little bit, just to handle some business. What else? I think that's it. My heat just came on, so my mic's gonna get loud. Thank you guys for stopping by. Much more stuff coming your way. Love y'all. Thank you for the support for all these years. We ain't done yet. We just getting started. Peace.